on you, wish you peons beat and V.I.P. Well, they ask you to CID, get B on week.
What's going on, DSG? It's your boy Donald Bradley back at y'all another video. Today we've got when Naruto and Kakashi clapped Kakuzu into the afterlife. Shit went crazy. We over here on Kage the Dawn. So be sure to like, be sure to subscribe, follow me on all that there social media. We here without any further ado. 3, 2, 1, shit. Click.
Okay, so boom, the scene kicks off with Kakashi surrounded by Kakuzu's 3 Babadooks. He's over there plotting out his next move after going toe-to-toe with both Hidan and Kakuzu for what felt like a decade. Speaking of that scene,
Kakashi's that guy. Like, that's one thing I loved about Kakashi, I swear to God, that he wasn't like the most powerful motherfucker there, but he utilized the best way. You know what I'm saying? That's why I feel like he was like the Kage material, because he didn't knew how to fight. You know what I'm saying? And he could run it with people whose chakra was crazy just by knowing how to utilize his shit. You feel me? But let's go.
Sequence. If you haven't already, go ahead and watch that Shikamaru get back vid, because Kakashi was out there boxing like his life depended on it. While Kakashi's still frozen in between the 3 Babadooks, Kakuzu steps out and immediately starts talking that smack. He talking about something.
Yo, I'm sorry, them videos where they catch the niggas go crazy. I didn't expect to see
Steps
that.
out and immediately starts talking that smack. He talking about something.
It wasn't wise for the kid to go alone today. That boy dies.
Oh, really? Is that so? Because the last time I checked, your boy was chopped up like some sirloin steak. After hyping up Hidan for a bit longer, he begins to try and strike some fear in Kakashi's heart by flexing his freaky symbiote arm. Then he starts talking about how their headbands remind him of when he faced off against the first Hokage, and that really had them shook. I'm still calling cap though, I don't care. He couldn't go toe-to-toe with my glory.
Oh, bro, you haven't seen there's like somebody animated it. They did like one of the YouTube. I cannot remember this name on this thing, but it's the same one who did that crazy ass Madara versus Itachi joint. Like, you gotta peep.
Glorious King on his best day. Nigga thought he could pull a fast one. No, yeah, I was giving him that work. The cameras just weren't on though. Face ass. I'll believe it when I see the footage. Hidan finally decides he's ready to start boxing again, so he uses the wind style and fire style Babadooks, then gets straight to work. He claps his hands together, then the lightning mask beams a ray of lightning at him. He quickly jumps out the way, but before he could even land, the wind and fire style Babadook boot up a nasty fire wind fusion blast. So to count.
I love how Kakashi even has that oh shit moment. Like, did the blow hole through the whole truth? Oh! See, like Kakashi, he reacts. You know what I'm saying? That's why I feel like he a ninja for real. Cause like, if somebody outpowers him, he's still like, okay, you gonna have one hell of a time trying to hit me, bitch. Like, that's about it.
Quickly met with a hot fireball to his chest. He collapses to the ground, but thankfully it turned out to be a shadow clone. The 2 useless spectators let out a sigh of relief, and for a minute there, nobody knew where Kakashi was. That wasn't dodges all of his attacks, then opens his mouth to let out another blast. Kakashi manages to deflect the first one just in time, then boots up a water wall to block the second. He tries to block his symbiotes to restrain him while also trying to dig out his heart. The 2 bums, while still in the same exact spot they were in the beginning of the fight, yell out in fear. But shockingly enough, the screams did not do a damn thing. Right before Kakuzu could yank out Kakashi's heart like he's Jeffrey Dahmer, Shikamaru just so happened to complete the most integral part of their plan, which was to trick Hidan to drink Kakuzu's blood. So now, Kakuzu's clutching his chest instead of Shikamaru, and eventually he's...
Yeah, we got Choji and, you know, her name right? What the Final Fantasy 4 occasion is going on here? I have to watch to see the final details of why they over there playing Piccolo, Krillin, Yamcha, and Tien. But like, I feel like they could have, you know what I mean? They could have moved around. They could have done something. But I feel like at some point they were told to stay back, so I don't want to throw that at them. But gone. But all right, we move.
He slumps over and stops moving. Finally, Ino and Choji remember how to move their feet, so they rush towards Kakashi. Ino offers to treat
after the nigga look dead, for real? Okay.
them with their medical ninjutsu, talking about some slowly, make sure not to damage the vessels. But if you watch part 1 of this fight, you already know he's been tired of her ass. He's been giving her attitude the whole fight, but for good reason. She just out here watching this nigga fight for his life like this is all for her entertainment. Then she wanna slide through when she thinks it's safe and act like she really cares. Man, move! Kakashi, like the real nigga he is, turns down her offer and yanks the symbiotes out of his body. But this man Kakashi cannot catch a break, because not even a millisecond after together, pulling out the symbiote. The other two Babadooks come rushing towards them, but God himself must be coming back to Earth, because instead of Kakashi stepping up to bat as usual, this man Choji jumps forward, activates his expansion jutsu, then open palm squishes him into the ground. Now this was a decent move, I cannot lie, but nothing to drool over. So imagine how confused
I said, hold on now, wait a minute. We give him this much. We give him this much. No. We give him this much. Good, calm down.
I was when the camera cut to Ino talking about some nice work. Way to go, Choji. Are you oh my days, this nigga is boo-boo. When such a simple combo garners this type of reaction, it is safe to say that very little is expected of you. Choji's like one of them kids that—
I tell you this, man, say we was at war and some motherfucking tanks and shit was coming down the street because motherfuckers was in the backyards and shit. And I seen the motherfucker just expand and start smacking the enemy around. I was like, way to go, guy. I don't give a fuck.
that bring you a drawing and you gotta be overly hyped about. Hey, look what I made. Oh my gosh, wow. That is amazing. We gotta put that on the fridge. No, we gotta get this a billboard. This is astonishing. When in reality, that is the ugliest piece of artwork I've ever seen in my life. Bro, look at this basic ass combo. And look how he's smirking after Ino gassed him up. This man is a disgrace. After basking in the glory for a bit longer, his light is quickly dimmed when this symbiote begins to wrap around his arm. He immediately shrinks down to his normal size, then Cha-Cha slides on out of there. But while Kakashi and Ino's attention was on Choji, the double mask Babadook pops up out of nowhere and boots up a fire blast. Kakashi and Ino manage to jump out the way, then the lightning Babadook hastily jumps into Kakuzu's body. And that is when we see this man Kakuzu and his bloodshot red eyes slowly stand up to stare them down. Both of them are now trying to figure out what they just witnessed. But before they could finish their calculations, the second Babadook rushes into Kakuzu, and now this nigga is hitting the filthiest Harlem Shake I've ever seen. Like, that nigga was really hitting that. Okay, Kakuzu, go ahead. Harlem Shake eventually comes to a halt, and now he's standing there in full form, ready to take each of their hearts and add it to his collection. But you know Kakashi ain't going out like no punk, so he reaches into his pocket to grab his kunai, but in the blink of an eye, Kakuzu's symbiote pops up through the ground and restrains all three of them. Two Babadooks then emerge on each side of him, and they both proceed to boot up this lethal fire and wind style blast. Just when it looked like all hope was lost, we see two hands pop up out of nowhere to combine a Rasengan with a ripping torrent to create a Hurricane Fortress Jutsu. The fusion was so strong that it dissipated Kakuzu's attack like it was nothing. The smoke begins to take its sweet time to clear, but after seeing that Rasengan, there is no question that a real one has stepped on the scene. Yes, sir, and he not dumb either. My boy brought backup too. We got one of Orochimaru's assault victims. We got Mr. Zest.
Whoa. I thought we was about to get some praise on niggas. What you mean? Yo, that man straight. I mean, he ain't lying, but why is that the introduction, my nigga? Okay, that's what we're doing.
Back up too. We got one of Orochimaru's assault victims. We got Mr. Zesty Crop Top Man, and then we got Sakura. Kakashi, relieved that he doesn't have to carry this team anymore, lets out a huge sigh of relief. Then Ino calls out all of their names with a joyous tone. But y'all already know that my hater gene has been kicked into overdrive now that Sakura is on the scene. Peep how she hit this over-the-shoulder look back like she's cold. That will take it from here. Ask Nah. You are not like that. You've never been like that, and you'll never be like that. Cut it out. Kakashi then sends the two Aurelus bums to go help out Shikamaru, and that is when our boy Naruto steps up to bat to really test Kakuzu's gangster. Naruto.
The Ulama-sama video we just watched, where they were talking about the hatred of Sakura. Man, this shit is real for real.
Proceeds to boot up two shadow clones, but he doesn't attack right away. Instead, he lets Kakashi give him the rundown of Kakuzu's abilities. But honestly, that explanation was a complete waste of Kakashi's breath, because that nigga was gonna do the same move regardless. Naruto got some moves, but his bag is not that deep. After giving him that detailed explanation, this man Naruto takes a deep breath, then proceeds to whip up a Rasengan with max intensity. But this one was a little different. It had some kick to it, but he put some extra hot sauce in this one when he was cooking it up. Cause once the camera zoomed out, we see Naruto posted up with this nasty giant Rasen shuriken.
You already know it's crazy, right?
Zoomed out, we see Naruto posted up.
You know that gas is about to happen when you see him with the slit eyes, but they're not orange. Cause that's just him. You know what I'm saying? That's him, but since he got the nine tail in him, it just flexed like that. But this is him. Let's go.
With this nasty giant Rasen Shuriken. That is what I'm talking about. He's ready to clap that man into oblivion. Naruto then proceeds to charge in behind his lead blockers right towards Kakuzu with his Rasen Shuriken ready to wreak havoc. Now, as epic as this moment was, it was quickly ruined when Choji decided he wanted a piece of the action too. This double XL wide back man here decided to take it upon himself to charge in behind Naruto as if he could be of any assistance. When is this man gonna learn? You're not that guy. You had 30 minutes to make something shake, and you did not impress us one bit. Even Yamato had to humble him real quick. Peep how he stopped Choji dead in his tracks before he could do something stupid. No! Stay away from it. Do you want to die? That is not a giant blue gumball dummy. You can't eat it. Sit down. Choji reluctantly listens to Yamato.
Sorry, that kid shit got me. It's like, yo, get that boy from this stuff wrong with y'all. Don't do that. Can't just show me something like that real quick.
So Naruto continues to charge at him with his clones. The shadow clones shuffle around to try and confuse this beast. Then one of them
like, I'm gonna forget which one is holding the big ass Rasen Shuriken thing sliding at me. Like, what do you mean?
Up in the air and whips out his kunai. He tries to put that junk right through his skull, but Kakuzu quickly pierces him with his symbiote. So another clone runs around his backside while the other one charges at his face. And now Naruto has him right where he wants him. But I knew this demon wouldn't go out that easy, because all of a sudden, both of his masks open up their mouth and blast the two shadow clones. They both immediately fade away like Designer's rap career. But then out of nowhere, the real Naruto charges in, cocks back his hand, and puts that Rasen Shuriken to his chest. Or so we thought, because once we get a closer look at the collision, we see that the Rasen Shuriken disappeared right before it could touch Kakuzu.
Right
Naruto, I know you fucking lying. I just finished hyping you up and you're gonna embarrass me like this? This is a Choji level blunder, tighten up! After staring at each other confused as to what just happened, Naruto
as we just swinging hands real quick, trying to get away.
Jumps back to try and get away from Kakuzu, but he shoots some more symbiotes at his arm and quickly restrains him. Right before he could take his heart out, Yamato extends his wood to save him. Hey, whoa, okay. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Yo, that's crazy. I ain't even lying. It wouldn't even cross my mind if he hadn't done that for real. I was just locked in for a second. That's a crazy line.
Yamato extends his wood to save him. Hey, whoa, okay. Yeah, that one was Yamato attempts to strike Kakuzu with his wooden limb, but Kakuzu quickly ducks out the way. While he's distracted, Kakashi boots up his lightning blade and severs the symbiote. Then he grabs Naruto and brings him to safety. Now that Naruto's out of harm's way, Yamato ups the intensity and tries to poke him with his wood. Yeah, no, I'm done. Kakuzu manages to evade all of Yamato's advances, and now the Leaf Ninjas are back to the drawing board. Kakashi and the others think the best plan of attack is to work together to take him down, considering the fact that they do have the numbers. But Naruto, on the other hand, is begging them to let him face him alone. His reasoning was kinda convoluted. You know how he get with them talk no jutsus, but he just starts speaking Japanese. But whatever he said doesn't really matter, cause I seen right through the lies. All that he really wanted was bragging rights. He's on his J. Cole type time and trying to go triple platinum with no features. And you know what? I'm not mad at it. Just make sure you cook up something delicious and we're good to go.
Boy said I'm on my Goku vibe right now, man. Y'all need to step back. Let me do this.
After getting the okay from the rest of the squad, Naruto tightens his headband and gears up to charge at him again. But Kakuzu refuses to be unprepared this time. So as if his other transformations weren't ugly enough, this creature hits another gear, and now he's over here looking like a giant demonic squid. Look, he looked like the girl who crawled out the TV in the ring. Oh nah. Fortunately for them, it seems like Naruto is unfazed, because with zero hesitation, he boots up his shadow clones and starts concocting another Rasen Shuriken. Once the preparations are complete, him and the shadow clones rush towards Kakuzu, but that man is done playing defense, so he rushes towards Naruto too. He leaps in the air, then singles out the Naruto with the Rasen Shuriken, and while still in the air, he rushes Naruto with his symbiotes at max speed, creating a large cloud of dust. And once the debris clears, we see Naruto's lifeless body poked up with his tentacles. Kakuzu's cocky self assumes that the fight is now over, but after what felt like forever, the hole punch Naruto disappears, proving that it was a shadow shadow clone. Before Kakuzu could even figure out where the real Naruto went, we hear a sound so sweet that I almost started drooling. Kakuzu looks to the side to see what it is, and to our eyes' pleasure, we see Naruto and 2 of his shadow clones gunning towards him from the air with a fat Rasen shuriken in his hand. He finally gets close enough and puts that junk right in his back, and to let us know that it really connected this time, we get the classic double instant replay. That junk was so violent that it created this giant shock wave while also individually attacking every cell in his body. Listen to the scream this man let out. Sounds like DJ Khaled when he finds out the fridge is empty. Straight horror. The attack was strong enough to destroy all of Kakuzu's heart, sending his lifeless body crashing into the ground. The 4 of them are extremely impressed by what they just witnessed, so they turn around to give Naruto his props. But that boy is in no condition to celebrate. He over there laid out flat on his stomach, breathing hard as hell, talking about some sweet. Nigga, get up. You gotta make it look like it was easy. Especially when you...
Bro, hold on. You gotta give him credit where credit is due. You feel me? Like, there's a reason his hand is off screen. You feel? You know what I mean? Like, you did good, guy. Go ahead. Go sleep. Go sleep. You alright?
Got a baddie on the scene. Hey, you know what? Do you. All I know is that could never be me. I'd have to hold my breath or something, no matter what type of pain I'm in.
Yeah, appreciate y'all. That was light work. You know, everyday type shit.
But either way, he got the W in the end, so it doesn't really matter. Overall, a very satisfying
you ain't gonna tell him what Kakashi pulled up right after that?
Choji and Ino did what they do best and watched someone else come and save the day. Kakashi, of course, never disappoints. He gets an A for even keeping up with that heathen for so long in the first place. Yamato gets an honorable mention for coming in clutch to save Naruto. And of course, Naruto gets the MVP for showing up in the nick of time to pack up the last half of the zombie duel.
Yo, that shit was dope. We watched that dope shit here. Yo, that shit was funny. My man was on with this one. My man was on. Straight facts was spitting this, man. This shit was hilarious. Doesn't take. Be sure to like. Be sure to subscribe. Follow me on all that there social media. And I catch y'all next one, fam. Peace.